We are at the 2025 edition of Royal Enfield's annual festival, and this year at Motoverse, they have given us a glimpse at the all-new Bullet 650. Now, as we know, this motorcycle is largely based off the classic 650, but it does get some elements to distinguish itself apart and get that classic Bullet styling. So, quickly, let's start off from the front. This gets a LED headlight and you get this beak at the front, which is an iconic symbol of Bullet motorcycles. It gets pinstripes on the front fender. The 14.8 litre fuel tank also gets these nice pinstripes, and the squared off rear section also gets pinstripes, which makes it look quite nice. Now at EICMA we had seen the black color, but this one is the blue color option, which looks really striking, especially with these gold elements on the tank and on the side panel. Now the engine is the tried and tested 650cc engine. The parallel twin engine puts out around 47 horsepower and 52 Nm of peak torque. And let me show you what it sounds like. In terms of ergonomics, I'm around 5 foot 7 inches, and as you can see, I cannot completely flat foot to the ground, but that's because the middle section of this motorcycle is quite wide and it spreads your legs apart. But overall, it is quite a commanding stance with a wide handlebar which is placed towards you, and the foot pegs are also placed ahead. And additionally, this also weighs around the same as the classic 650, which is a very heavy 243 kilograms. The console is also the same as the classic 650, as you can see, and it does get the tripper navigation pod as standard. And another nice touch is these polished aluminium switch cubes, and it also gets adjustable brake and clutch levers. The front telescopic forks have around 120 mm of travel, and the twin shock absorbers at the rear have around 90 mm of wheel travel. Now this rides on a 19-inch front spoke wheel and an 18-inch rear spoke wheel, and it is wrapped in MRF tires. Additionally, this gets a 320 mm disc at the front and a 300 mm disc at the rear with dual channel ABS. Now in terms of pricing, Royal Enfield hasn't announced the prices today, but what we know is that the UK pricing was announced at EICMA. So the starting price of the Bullet 650 in the UK is around £6,750. And the classic 650 in the UK starts at around £6,650. So this becomes around £100 more expensive, but that is just for your reference. The India pricing will vary. We don't know what it's going to be yet, but it might be slightly cheaper than the classic 650. Do let us know if you would pick this or the classic 650 in the comment section below. This right here is the Royal Enfield C6. As you can see, it's one of the slimmest motorcycles that Royal Enfield has ever made. It has this really slim single piece seat, and at the front it has this round TFT console. It's not on right now, so I can't show you what that's like. At the front we have this LED headlight. Now this girder fork also looks really cool in the flesh, and you also have fins over here which might also help with cooling. But for now, there are no specs on the motor and battery, so that's something you'll have to wait for later. And finally, this does get a belt drive system, as you can see. Yeah, that's pretty much all we know about the Royal Enfield C6 for now. And let's make our way over to the Scrambler version, which is the S6. Next up we have the Scrambler S6, which is basically based on the C6, but it's a more hardcore off-road version. As you can see, this one on display here has these nice carbon fiber touches at the front and some Flying Flea branding at the rear. Now the main distinguishing element between both the bikes is this one is using a chain drive system and a really large rear sprocket compared to the C6. It has the same fin-like design over here. And at the front it misses out on the girder forks and gets upside down forks instead. And as you can see, even the fork covers are covered in carbon fiber finishing. Now another change compared to the C6 is that this is running spoked wheels while the C6 has alloy wheels, and at the front it's a 19-inch wheel and at the rear it's an 18-inch wheel. It also has a different seat, and that's what it looks like. And if we move on to the TFT, it is similar. just like the switchgear, but this gets some more rugged elements like handguards. Do let us know which one of these you would pick in the comment section below.